Hi guys. Well, I got my LED light here. The Amazon order came in. Anyway, I should shut this off because it's probably interfering with you guys hearing me. So I just shut that off there. Okay, some changes I'm gonna make here. First, I gotta put my bowl away. I talk about I bought this cup yesterday. Oops. There goes the thingamajigger. This is the idea I came up with recently is instead of hauling a huge thermos around to bring it places to get hot water, I can just use this regular what do they call this brand anyway? It's a good brand. I forget what it's called. Oh, there it is. Contigo. I like it because, well, this particular one I don't like that much, but I have the water bottle style. If I can open this thing with one hand. And anyway, that just pops out. The water bottle style is quite popular. And I love it because you just press the back and the water thing opens. Opens. Anyway, so the idea of this is that it gives me 7 hours of keeping the water hot. So within that time, I'm sure I can get back and put it in my thermos, which is down here, which keeps it hot for 24 hours. So if I'm at work, boil some water, put it in there. There you go. The other thing I just picked up, I bought this glass yesterday, as I mentioned, and I got this little dealie off Amazon. So I haven't actually used it yet. You put your cold water in there, plug this into your 12 volt receptacle, and then within 5 to 10 minutes you have water that's warm enough to wash up with. I don't need much water, I just need a little bit to get a washcloth wet. Someone has mentioned that a good thing to do is to replace the cable with a thicker one, and it'll be more efficient. I might do that. I'm not really sure because getting this thing apart might be a little bit tricky. And I just got it. It was cheap. It's only like $9, but I don't really want to wreck it. So I think I'll leave it for now and see how it works, and maybe make a change in the future. This is getting really unorganized in there. Anyway, the topic of today's video is that I'm going to change my bed. As you might be able to notice, right now my bed is a full twin. I put the foam back in, and now I've got way less room right here. I used to have like probably close to 20 inches, maybe 2 feet. Now I have, I don't know, maybe 18, especially right here. It's pretty narrow. And honestly, it's not ideal. I really like having the full-size twin bed. I mean, that's so much more comfortable than 30 inches. 'Cause I'm a pretty big guy, and I'm either feeling like I'm going to fall off the bed or being squished against the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the bed from this way, and I'm going to try to put it sideways along the back. So that's a bit of a big job, but I figure, if it doesn't work, I can just undo it all, and it's just a matter of time and a bit of money to pay for the materials. So I'm going to obviously have to take the bed out, and I'm going to cut into the wall. There's 2 inches of insulation here, so I'm going to cut into the wall like 18 inches high and then 39 inches across to fit the bed in. And then I'm going to take all the insulation out, and then I'm going to just basically stick the bed in there. I'm about 6 feet tall, and if I remove the insulation, I'm going to have basically 72 inches. And I'm going to have to do it on both sides. I'll do it on that side and on this side. So I'm going to see how that goes. I'll show you, I'm parked in an area where I don't have to worry about hiding anything, so I can go up to the front. I'm in an industrial area. Here's my good sand job on the side of the door, which wasn't closing properly. So, this is what I'm going to use right here. Just got this from Home Depot. It's just 1/2 inch foam board, typical pink solid kind of insulation. And I'm going to put one of these on each side. I know I got way too much for this job, but this is the sheet that it came in, and I can use insulation in other places. And worst case scenario, you know, I'll give it to somebody or something. And then I got the super cheap paneling stuff. What do you call this? It's the really cheap pressed board. And they got a name on it. Hardwood, they call it STD hardwood. Doesn't really seem to like hardwood to me. It feels like the cheapest stuff you can get. But, you know, I didn't really feel like spending a bunch of money on this thing. I've spent so much money already. Probably $1,000 all told, just in building all the stuff. I got my little rolling seat up here because it's in the way with the bed. You can see right here how narrow it is. And so I'll come back here through my door. So the idea is when I have the bed across the back, I'll have basically from here around over there all the way to the front of the blue door, and then all the way across. So basically it's going to be about 6 feet by 4 feet. I'm going to actually make this counter a little bit more narrow, I think. Maybe just to the edge of the thing. And that'll give me more floor space. And I'm just going to keep this part clear. So I'm going to have all that space, keeping the counter narrow. The thing I can do too is I can just undo this. Like I can leave all this the way it is. All this. And then I can just undo this. This is just screwed in. There's I probably can't see under there, but there's just a piece of wood. You can see one right above there. There's like 3 or 4 of those under there, and they just lift up. It's not even bolted down. I don't think I bolted it to the bottom. So I unscrew these screws, take this off, and basically it should just pop right out. I think I put some big huge screws into this along here. So I'll take those out. And then it's a big job. Take all that out and just get... Sorry about that, guys. The phone rang while I was jabbering away here. I'll put this bowl back in. Anyway, so basically I'm taking the entire counter out, and this part is going to stay. So I'll have all this will be there. My feet will still fit under here. I'm going to put my feet on this side, head on the other side. I'm a little bit concerned that this top part is going to bump my head, but I think it will be okay. I'm going to try it. I might even just notch out this wood section and just take, 39 inches of it out or whatever, so I can sit up without bumping my head. So yeah, the counter will go on that side like this, and then I'll have all that open space instead of having this little bit of space here. Now my concern, of course, is because I'm 6 feet tall, I'm going to be a bit squished. But I think I got to try it because I really like having the twin size bed, and this is the only way I can think of doing it. What other people have told me too is I could even widen the bed. If I take it from all the way from there to here to this corner, that'll give me 43 inches. I know it doesn't sound like much, but 4 or 5 inches would make me a bit more comfortable, and I could sleep slightly on a diagonal or something. But I'm going to try just the twin size for now, and then make adjustments if required. So yeah, that's the plan. And let's see, what else I was gonna say. So I can still have I'm gonna put my little stove unit that's down here. I'm gonna stick it in the corner over there because that's where I'm gonna put the propane tank, which I'm gonna build a sealed vented box for. I know that's kind of a paradox. It's gonna be sealed, but there's gonna be a 1-inch hole that vents at the bottom in case of a leak. Because propane is heavier than air. So anyway, that way I won't have to have a big long hose, but I talked about that on a previous video. This little electronics thing is going to be, electrical thing is going to be in my way a little bit, but I'm just going to have to figure a way to work around that. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put some shelving up here all across. And I'm just going to make it sort of, it's kind of like this idea. Because I have a lot of stuff like that, right? And it's easy to access. I can put basically the same design, leave a gap at the bottom so that I can get under there, take the stuff out and clean in there. Because if you have the thing going all the way to the bottom, it's going to be a lot harder to clean. So that's why I have it like that. So I'm thinking of doing that all over on this side of the wall. Making like 3 different levels or something. Anyway, I've jibber-jabbered along enough. Yeah, so that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Take care and have yourself a good night.